Welcome to the News USA YouTube channel. Hollis Johnson/insider people are self-medicating with an anti-parasitic because they think it cures COVID-19. Some have reported pooping worms after taking the drug, but an expert said that was unlikely. The FDA has not approved ivermectin for any use related to COVID-19. See more stories on Insider's business page. In a misguided attempt to prevent or cure COVID-19, some people are resorting to ingesting ivermectin, a deworming drug meant for horses and other animals. While the drug has approval from the Food and Drug Administration for treating some parasites and skin conditions in humans, the agency has not signed off on using ivermectin to treat or prevent COVID-19. Both the FDA and the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention have recently issued warnings about the dangers of using ivermectin for COVID-19. Nonetheless, many people have shared stories online of buying animal-grade versions of the drug and self-medicating, with messy repercussions. This content is not available due to your privacy preferences. Update your settings here to see it. Some have posted pictures of their supposed poop worms online. A perusal through pro-ivermectin Facebook groups shows users complaining about the dangerous effects of taking the animal dewormer, including blurry vision, diarrhea, and pooping out worms. Some have gone to the lengths of posting images of their excreted worms. Facebook did not immediately respond to Insider's inquiry about plans to take down the groups. Comments in pro-ivermectin Facebook groups include detailed descriptions of people's poops. Facebook Dr. Wesley Long, a clinical pathologist and the director of diagnostic microbiology at Houston Methodist Hospital, told Insider that the chances of getting a parasitic infection were incredibly low in the U.S. and other first-world countries. He said his lab sees an intestinal worm infection only once every 6 to 8 weeks. Insider sent Long an image of one such worm posted in a pro-ivermectin group. His response: "It was not a worm." Long said the thread-like excretion could be a part of the person's previous meal, as people commonly mistake vegetables in their poop for worms. But he said that ingesting topical treatments meant for animals could wreak unprecedented havoc on someone's digestive tract. Story continues. "I would say that if people are taking product designed for topical application or products designed for cows, horses, or other things, then there's no telling what that might look like on the back end, so to speak," Long said. Some people have reported seeing rope worms in their feces, but that is not a real medical diagnosis. Facebook: many in the ivermectin Facebook groups are calling the strings in their excrement rope worms, but Long said there was no such medical diagnosis. He said people were likely just seeing intestinal mucus or perhaps shedding parts of the intestinal lining. Both could look like worms to an untrained eye. Ivermectin can be toxic to humans in large doses. Small doses of ivermectin can help humans overcome parasitic infections, with the risk of a few minor side effects such as nausea, rashes, and increased heart rate. Large quantities of the drug can have much scarier effects. Overdoses of ivermectin can result in blurred vision, dizziness, hallucinations, lung issues, coma, and seizures, according to the CDC. Taking the drug meant for a horse is an easy way to overdose. Veterinary-grade formulas are usually sold at higher concentrations, and it's driving an increase in calls to poison control helplines. According to the CDC, there's been a threefold increase in calls to poison control centers this year and a fivefold increase from the baseline since July. In Mississippi, a state with a surging number of coronavirus cases, at least 13 people have called poison control after taking ivermectin this month. 70% of those calls came from people who ingested products meant for animals. Ruth Cummins, an assistant director for media relations at the University of Mississippi Medical Center, told Insider. Despite warnings from the CDC and FDA, many in the pro-ivermectin Facebook groups espouse the false belief that overdose symptoms such as blurred vision mean the drug is working. The CDC recommends seeking immediate medical treatment if you're experiencing side effects after taking ivermectin. If you or a loved one has taken a large dose of ivermectin, call your local poison center or 911. Read the original article on Business Insider, subscribe to the channel, like and share this video.